I had to cut things short earlier today. I'll explain that in a minute. Right now we're chasing daylight, okay, and I've just got back to the yard, but I thought I'd show you guys a bit more of this Jag, okay? We did get it running today, so what I'm going to do right now is try and get her to make some noise for you. So who's keen to see this thing run? And we'll see what we can do. It might run for us. I will do what I can to get it to run, and we'll make a bit of noise, and we can go through the finer points of the mess that this car is. You ready? We won't be doing it with that one. All right. Let's key in the forklift. No, bugger. Maybe we're not going to make any noise with it. I'll grab my jump pack. All right, so what I'll do is I'll run through while I'm trying to... Okay, so this car came about, a mate of mine, Gianni, who I've known for quite a while. Him and his brother Corey are two young blokes that I met a lot of years ago. They buy and sell a lot of four-wheel drives. Really hard-working young blokes. Yeah, really good guys. And he rang me yesterday and said that he just got this Jag. It's got a V8 in it. Was I keen? And of course I was. And I said, I've got some Land Cruiser stuff here because he loves his Land Cruisers. Shot him some photos. Yep, no worries. We'll do a swap. Sweet, no worries. So he turned up this morning with the Jag, which it's not actually a Jag. It's a Daimler, but that's another thing. Well, he was here today and we were trying to do the swap. He didn't seem real keen. He wasn't very happy with the deal, I think. I did speak to him and sort of say, look, what's going to make you happy? He was happy in the end, I hope. The last thing I would want to do is lose a friend over a car, because there's a lot of cars, but there's not a lot of good friends like him. But I think when he left, he was happy. To be honest, the car's not what it was supposed to be, this one, but I'll run through all that stuff. I don't care though, like, it's just another car. It will help. I've got a plan. There's always a plan, isn't there? Hey, all right. So I've just put another jump pack on this, and we'll see if I can get this to fire for us, guys. There's no fuel pump or anything at this stage, so yeah. Right, we'll put a bit more fuel in her, but as you can see, like, the motor seems quite good. So I'll tell you the plan in a sec. We'll have a bit more replay, make some noise, run through what we're going to do, and we'll go from there. All right, so that's a fair bit of fuel. We'll dump a bit in the secondaries. Not that I probably should have, but anyway, we'll close them again. So we'll just make a little bit of noise with her so you guys can see how well she runs. And we'll have a bit of a chat about the ins and outs of stuff. Helps if you press the throttle and not the brake. So yeah, all right. Obviously, there's not a lot of fuel to keep her running, but you can see that the motor does seem to be pretty good. From what we can see, Ben, thank you, dude. I appreciate it, mate. I'll need that money now to pay for the fuel to run this thing. Okay, so what's in this thing now? Sorry about the lighting, guys, but I've tried to get back here as early as I could to be able to, yeah, catch up from the live stream this morning. Okay, so 350 Chev. The old captain done a check on the numbers from this 350 Chev, and it comes back as come out of either Chevelle, Camaro, that sort of thing. It could be a 2 or a 4-bolt main. You can't tell that by the numbers. They're just standard heads, standard cast iron heads. There was 2 different sorts from what he told me this morning. Now these numbers might be slightly wrong, but there was like 215 horsepower and a 255 horsepower 350 Chev that come out in those early Chevelles and Camaros and stuff. Now this is the 255 horsepower, but that was back in the day, so it's probably got a lot less than that, but it still supposedly is the bigger horsepower vehicle. Now it was supposed to be a Jag, and it's not a Jag, which means door handles are all different, so not interchangeable with any other car. The actual door trims are actually different as well. See how it's got a cutout that runs around here instead of a normal door trim, so none of that's interchangeable. everything's different, basically. My plan was, because from what he was saying when he was telling me about the car, was it was pretty clean. There was a little bit of rust just here around this rear arch, but it ends up that, yeah, basically, sorry about the lighting, guys, that there, like, I can put my fist, I just put my fist through that sill panel because it is just so rusty. Up the top here, underneath here, it's all rusted out. There's actually holes here. So yeah, the car and the interior, he said it was good, but yeah, it's not. There's no material on the front seats at all. The back's shot. But in saying that, okay, I do appreciate that he found a Jag, but a Daimler, rang me, gave me the opportunity to buy it. So it's good. He was a little bit funny about what he got, but honestly, he ended up a lot further in front than me. But in saying that, now, everyone knows I've got that red XJ6 Jag for this motor here. This one here that we pulled out of that Series 3 to put in it. The plan is now, as my plans change constantly, as you guys are well aware, it's easier to put this 350 Chev, turbo 350, extractors and everything. It's got a good radiator shroud. The clutch fan seems pretty good on it. The radiator seems in pretty good condition. Put all this driveline straight into the red Jag. It's only got a points distributor, but we cleaned them points today and she fired up instantly. Seems to run good. Bit of an exhaust leak, a few oil leaks. We'll do some gaskets, but she's going to be a pretty sweet old. This is garbage. Like vinyl roof. Underneath the vinyl roof, there's heaps of rust. Being a Daimler and a Vanderplar in Jaguars and Daimlers is like a Calais of Jags, which means it's got all these press studs along the side here, so you'd have to grind all them off because finding those strips is near impossible. But what do you do? I will show you inside this thing better. It's got like a tobacco coloured interior. So it's one of those things. It's a double-edged sword. It's not what it was supposed to be, but at the end of the day, will it be better? Because I end up with a Chev and an auto and a tail shaft and pipes and mounts and radiator and everything you need to, this won't be blown matte. This will be, the red car I want is my daily, the one we put the black interior in and I've had for a while. It's not rusty, the other car I've got. It just needs a heart, you know, because the motor that in it's rooted. I don't mind putting the 6 in. We were going to turbocharge it and all the rest of it, but this is easy. This is a really nice motor. It'll go in, it'll just be sweet. I'll be able to drive that thing, have air conditioning. It's just going to be a nice car, so I can finish that red one off. Like, for us to pull this out, I reckon 2 days. Pull it out, clean it, paint it, and then a day to put it back in the other car. So 4 days total. Pull the other motor out, clean the engine bay, put it back in. So, and then I'll have my Jag to drive again. The blown Jag, we were talking about that today. I've got to build a bonnet for it so I can cover part of the blower, still have something hanging out, and get the mod plate done for the engine. No, it's already got the mod plate for the engine. I've got to get a mod plate for the blower, and eventually that'll be able to get driven around and sorted. But so many cars, guys, in so little time. Okay, I'm just going to put this jump pack back inside and read some comments. Say hello. It's been a while, guys. My office / editing studio. Thursday night, apparently, I'm going to get another computer. So my lovely wife told me, because mine's crap apparently. I haven't done anything in here, guys, since the other day. There we go. Bow, yeah. And then there was light. Just been checking, see if we've got a mice problem, but that's still like brand new, so there's no mice. Yeah, I've got this dodgy desk, but it means I can put my computer in there and not get dust and metal over it. We're getting there. So that's going to be something soon. Now, Chris, the editing guy that I have mentioned a few times, okay, I don't think it's going to work out with him editing videos, but he's a very, very smart and talented guy that when I finally get my stuff together again, the Parts Finder live streams and the live streams that we'll do like on the Wednesday nights again, he can actually control them, put up pictures. We're going to be able to show your cars and follow along with other people's builds and not just mine. LJ Luke, your bumper bars, dude. I think I found some. I did message you earlier today. I'm not sure if you saw the message, but I think I found you some bumper bars, dude. I think I did. The guy that's got the bumper bars is coming tomorrow to get some barn doors for his panel van that I've got out the back. And he's going through things. He said he knows he's got some there and he's going to get them out for you. Here's a engine that old Capitano put some sleeves in it. The guy picks this up tomorrow, I think. But yeah, he's done that one this week. And by stopping doing parts out there, he done a Clevo for a guy. We got all the acid bath up and working again really well this week, so we can acid dip blocks and stuff again with all fresh acid, which is great. My 460 can go in there soon. I'll tell you about this old girl in just a second. I love this car. This is beautiful. I bought a ute today. This is the sort of stuff you guys don't normally see because because it's just run-of-the-mill stuff. It's just normal everyday stuff. Got a phone call from a guy just downsizing. This thing's been sitting around for a while. I'm actually quite surprised how tidy this thing is. It's got a canopy. It's got all the rubber mat in the back. Inside of it is mint. I think it's got a fuel pressure problem. It's a VS, so 6-cylinder, column automatic, but really tidy. The paint's gone off a bit, but that with a buff, she'll be a really good seller. So yeah, won't be ready for a couple of weeks, but we will get there with that one. That's going to be quite a nice one. Have you guys seen the Valiant, this Dodge Ute yet that I got a while back? Got this Dodge Ute a week or so ago. It's just a 6-cylinder manual. The column shift stuff on it was all broken, but we've got a floor shifter for it now. So yeah, anyone wants some mad wheels? How's this old girls? Can you guys remember these that used to be at Kmart? Those Onga plastic bumper bars that used to, can you guys remember them? Can you see them? Sorry guys, I'm sorry about the light. That's our new truck, which will be getting a tray this week or next week for Leith to do some tows for me. And yeah, all right, let's say hello and read some comments. I hope all that made sense, guys. So new Jag with a chev going into the other car within the next couple of weeks. I'll hopefully get the motor out of that over the weekend, cleaned up and ready to go in. So we'll have a chev in the red one instead of the turbo one. It doesn't mean we're not going to do the turbo one, but it just, the turbo Jag motor might not end up in a Jag. It might end up in one of the Dodges or the Bedfords or something like that, because I would really like to see how one of those go with a turbo. So yeah, I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind to see it as well. So let's say hello to you guys. All right, we'll start back at the start here. G'day, hello. I have a Daimler, one of the first ones. All right, sweet, Sean. What's in it? That one, there's a V12 one. In the console, it actually has V12. I was pretty happy with that, like where the window switches and stuff are. Once again, thank you, Ben, for the super chat, buddy. The support that you and the other guys is just, it blows me away, and I do appreciate it. Another blown Jag? No. I'd like to see a Jag motor in the boat. The problem is there's already a really good slant 6 in that thing, and we'd be doing work for no reason. If the slant 6 motor is shot, yeah, the Jag motor would be a good thing. I'm thinking maybe a Jag motor in one of the Bedfords, definitely in one of my hot rods. They're a pretty cool looking motor. I like the aluminium rocket covers. Tony, thank you for the support, mate. Explore, hey, how are you, dude? The red Jag with a 350 Chev is going to be awesome. It will be, dude. The black interior in that thing is so nice. I'm just going to get rid of those big black 20s that are on it, drop it on its guts, standard wheels with hubcaps, paint the wheels black, but then chrome hubcaps, something a little bit wider on the back. We may split a rim and put something deep dish on it down the track, but it's just going to be so nice, like just a beautiful cruiser. Like, yeah, that thing's going to be, it's not going to be any sort of horsepower hero. It's just a car we've got, yeah. All right, that ute is a 3-seater. Yes, it's got Series 2 seats, so it's got like the slightly more bolstered seats, which are nicer, with your dicky seat drop down and column shift with the nice column. It's a really clean inside. It's a really nice ute. Streetcar, everything's always well up here, mate. It's always happy days for me. It's some days are a little bit more stressful than others, but I do that to myself. Just like, have a look at this. This is bloody ridiculous, and this isn't all of them. About 3 weeks ago, I think I said I wanted a motorbike, and I didn't have one. and now look what I've done. Like, I honestly, dudes, have issues. Like, I am completely off my rocker. I don't even know. I'll be serious. I don't even know how it happens. It's like I say something, I turn around, and the next minute I just created a total nightmare for myself. But anyway, what do you do, eh? Ben, I'm trying to be back on a lot more. There's a lot of video there to edit and move forward with. I scored off, what was your name? I think his name was Adam. It was off Facebook. He had a turbo manifold and turbo for the TX3. And yeah, he just a legend. Rang him, he posted it straight away, but that's it there. So it's a pipe manifold with the turbo and all the rest of it. We also have the Memcals. The Memcals have turned up for the TX3s for our ECUs. So Aaron, our drone operator, and the one that fixed the ECU for the WRX, he's pretty keen to have a play with them. And then we're going to whack them into the Capris, and we'll go out and see the difference, see if they make any difference. I suppose it's not going to make a lot of difference because it's going to allow us to run more fuel, but we won't have bigger injectors. But anyway, we'll waste our time anyway, see what we can do. Yeah, me and Captain went riding because we ended up, I've got a couple going. So that DT there runs, and I got this one here for Captain, right? And we went riding on Saturday afternoon after work. And yeah, we were both almost dead on Sunday, just couldn't move our legs. The step on the truck's been broken for a bit, and I have to lift my leg up real far. And on Monday morning, I fixed that step so I could get in the truck. They discontinued most August stuff. That's it. Yeah, I think that's how it's spelled. But I ended up with a set of wheels. Benny, who we swapped the R33 for, what did we swap him for? Gosh, I can't even remember now. Motorbikes. We swapped him. Yeah, how's that? I'll get rid of motorbikes to Benny and then go buy a heap more. Yeah, he bought some wheels off me, and some of them were the 5-spoke sort of rounded Onga wheels. They look like the Skogs, but they don't have the steel wheel. They're completely aluminium. So yeah. How's the progress on the Fairlane? I bought a bonnet and a sun visor. I'm not sure if I'm going to run the sun visor or not out past Tara off a bloke on Facebook on the weekend. So I've got to go out there and grab that. We will get up there and I'll do a video because once that new computer comes, I should be able to edit. And yeah, we're getting there, guys. Just got to... YouTube took off so quickly for me that I couldn't keep up. Like it just took off, and then I got out of the rhythm of it. Yeah, but I do enjoy sharing with you guys. I really do. I enjoy, like, I'm excited that I got that today, and I can find some time tonight to have a chat with you and show you what's going on. Motocross track around the yard. Well, we went across the road here, and there are some tracks. I got another mate that I saw this week that said we can go to his property and ride, so we might do that on, yeah. Do you have a crack at the ECUs for the TX3? Okay, so the ECUs for the TX3s, instead of running I'll explain all this properly in a video, but we've got turbo ECUs, okay, and in those ECUs, they have a boost cut, they also have a rev limiter, and they also only run a certain amount of fuel. So because the boost controller and the timing isn't set by a crank trigger and electronically controlled, there's no great need for a expensive ECU that I have to take to a dyno to get tuned. So we've now got ECUs that have a different Memcal in them to allow additional fuel up to a certain injector with a certain pump, right? We have a higher rev limiter and a higher boost cut. Okay, so the ECU now will allow it to make horsepower, and then we can manually set our timing with our distributor and timing light, and manually with our bleed valve set our boost, and that way I don't have to spend a fortune on tuning on a dyno and a fortune on 2 ECU systems. A couple of $100 compared to thousands, probably $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 by the time you do 2 ECUs, as well as change over the distributors to, yeah, Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I will run through it further in depth, okay? Just trying to keep it cheap. As you guys know, I've got way too many projects to do. I have issues that I keep buying more and more projects, and I can't afford to buy the best of the best to do everything, but I can afford to have a play and have some fun and bring you guys along for the ride. So I hope that makes sense. Why I'm not money bags or whatever, you know, like it's yeah. How do you tell if Letho has a helmet on? Yeah. I can't hear him whinging as much. What will you do with the Jaguar? With that one, there's a Daimler. The rest of it, nothing really. Because it is a Daimler and not a Jag, most of it's not interchangeable. But in saying that, I've got a Series 2 Jag out the back that's a long wheelbase. So that I took the black interior out of to put into my red Jag. So the interior out of that one and that car will probably get sat outside to complement the non-rusty Series 2 out the back. That way, if someone ever wants to build that car or do something with it because it's not rusty, there'll be interior and bits and pieces to be able to put it together, even though does that make sense? Another parts car to complete a car that I've pulled apart to build another car. It's just hard when they're rusty, that's all. I'm keen to chase bikes too. It's so hard at the moment to buy bikes. I think everyone's got money with this bloody Corona stuff, and trying to buy bikes is terrible. This is the one, well, there's two bikes I actually want, which is a blue GT200, same as that, which I have now. I've just got to put all the top end back together and go through and give it a good tidy up. And this IT250 here, I've been chasing gold rims and disc brakes, which I've found now, I think, and different forks. And I can get a tank cover, the seat's still good, new guards and plastics. And I'm thinking road tyres like these here, something similar to that, and not use it as a dirt bike, use it as more a road bike. But yeah, this thing's not too bad. It's a 650 Dominator. She's a bit of a beast, but yeah, anyway. What other comments we got going on, guys? Did you end up selling? I haven't even advertised it yet. The plan is, once that is going, I've got the 300ZX over at home and old SS, which will come over. We'll go through and fix all those niggly little bits on them, make them perfect, and then sell both of those cars to start with to raise the money to buy this building, basically. Now, this thing. I love this car. It is so nice. Got it going. I drove this thing to Toowoomba, kept throwing check engine lights. There are videos on it. And for some reason that we don't know yet, Leith started pulling it apart again. There's low compression on this side and we can't work it out. So he's pulling the motor back out of this tomorrow. Like, look at that timing chain setup. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, we've been through and checked everything, and I don't know. I blew a head gasket really badly, this thing. So we're just got to pull this head back off and check again. It just happens sometimes. You do the best you can and you think you've checked absolutely everything and there's an issue. But it's just such a beautiful car. I'm really looking forward to giving it to my wife. And it's just safe for the girls. Subarus are good too when you've got kids, because the doors, right, are frameless doors. So when you open the door, there's no frame, right? So they're really light. So as you guys know that have kids, if you've got a car that's got big heavy doors, you've got to open the door for your kids, wait there, close the door for them. But with Subarus, because they're frameless doors, kids can sort of do a fair bit of it themselves. You still got to watch them so they don't ding people's cars and stuff like that. But yeah, but this thing's just so nice. Like, yeah, I actually started looking last night to try and buy a turbo one, but I can't find another wagon like this, black, turbo, this spec, in good condition. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just continue and just fix this and have a non-turbo one, but I'm very, very happy with that wagon. It's just freaking awesome. The diff for the Valiant, I ran out of time the other day. I ended up going to buy new winches. So this is for the new truck, and we're going to change it over from steel cable to fibre cable just to make it easier to use. And by the time I went and got that winch, I sort of ran out of time. When I lived on the Gold Coast, Aussie Diffs was who we used for gearboxes and diffs. We rang Mark because we couldn't find anyone in Brisbane. I put a post on Facebook, who do we use? didn't really get any good replies. Rang 5 or 6 different companies. No, we don't do this anymore. So Currumbin I've got to go to. So Monday I have a job down to Brisbane, and I'm probably going to throw the diff on then and go to Currumbin and get that done. But yeah, because I want to get that car off the hoist soon so we can use the hoist with where we're heading at the moment, and maybe to do the Jag motor and stuff. Hope I'm not talking too much for you guys. It's been a while though. How's the SS50 Ute? I was driving it and revved it out in first, into second, big revs, dropped the clutch, shattered the centre bearing. So it's at home chilling. But I want to do centre bearing. I've got new lower control arms for the front of it there. I want to put a new steering rack in it. There's an exhaust sitting over there to go on it. Once it comes in here, when it comes back out of the workshop, it's going to be mint. So I've got most of the parts there to do it. It's just the time to do it. I've got to raise money at the moment to buy this building. That's one of my major concerns right now to get done. So yeah, it's cracked head in the Subi. I don't think it's a cracked head, mate. It runs perfectly. If it was a cracked head, it's very hard to crack a head on all 3 cylinders, and it's very like when you take the check engine light off, it runs like if you delete the check engine light, it runs really well. It's only, and then I can drive it from here to Toowoomba, so long as I don't pull up and go back down to idle, the check engine light stays off and it's perfect. It's only when it drops down to idle, check engine light throws, and then with the variable valve, I don't understand. Okay, and that's why we're pulling it apart. So I don't actually know. I'm really just talking out of my ass right now. But within the next couple of days, Captain will know, he'll tell me, and I'll tell you. So there you go. But it's one of those things. Sometimes it happens. It could be as simple as when the cylinder's filled up with water on that side, it slightly bent every one of those valves and they're not quite seating properly. It could be, I don't know. It could be, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just talking. There's no point in me commenting on it because I'm just going to make myself sound like even more of a dickhead than what I am. Oh, yeah. So you only do towing and mechanical work? No, we don't do mechanical work. We do towing, wreck removal, engine machining, reconditioning, and we do cars for sale. So good late model stuff that we repair and sell as complete cars. We don't take in mechanical repairs from the public. When I opened this place up, I sort of made a deal with most of the mechanics around the place. Well, not a deal, but just I said I won't be taking in the public work to take work away from existing mechanics. You know what I mean? That way they'll still use me for towing, which is what the base core business is towing. And for me to take in mechanical work and annoy the mechanics then won't use me to tow the cars to them. So it's counterproductive, especially when towing is what we do. But we do fix cars that we own to sell, or cars that I own to sell. Yeah, but just no parts anymore. There's no money. We do parts for trade customers, but trade customers will ring, know the part they want, order it, pick it up the next day, and it's easy. The public come in, don't know what they need, order the wrong part, think they can return it. That's if they even turn up and pick it up after you've wasted your time doing it. They turn up with no shoes on. They're just over it. Like they just, some of them come in here and are that rude to Leith. They think that Leith's a yard rat that just pulls off door handles and stuff like that, whereas we all know he's an extremely talented mechanic and his talents are wasted pulling door handles and window switches out. So it's just time. It's time for a change. We still do wreck removals. I'll still have all the cars here which go to wholesalers and some go to scrap and all the rest of it because it's a service I provide and have done for years. But parts is just painful and there's absolutely no money in it, guys. Like there is just none. So, but in doing that, that frees up time for YouTube as well. By not doing the parts, believe it or not, and by the other truck coming online and Leith taking the pressure off me doing all the towing, all of the decisions come back to more time with you guys. So, yeah. It's not all about you guys, but some of it is. But yeah. Hey mate, how much do you plan to sell the VNSS for? I had 23 on it, but I've seen them now for 35 and 42 grand. But honestly, around that 23 mark, I'm still happy. I know the market's moved, but if someone come and offered me a reasonable money at that sort of money once it's all cleaned up, yeah, I'm happy for it to go. Well, I'm not happy for it to go, but I just don't drive it, and I've got so many other cars. I'm pretty sure someone else will use it and enjoy it. So it's just, I don't have the shed space. Yeah, no point biting the hands that could possibly feed you. That's exactly right. Yeah. I'm good, Mick Australia. Yeah, so I hope all that makes sense, guys. What else was I going to show you tonight? We're sort of dark now, so it's, yeah. So I've told you about the Subaru, the Daimler, not a Jag, but Daimler. I hope Gianni's happy. If any of you guys are down around the Brisbane area or ever chasing four-wheel drive parts, Gianni and his brother Corey, great blokes. They deal in a lot of four-wheel drive stuff. Yeah, so if you do need that stuff, get in touch with me. I can pass their numbers on for you. Yeah, the stuff that he got, he's come out well in front. This thing realistically, yeah, to me, it's worthwhile because of the conversion kit to put that motor into the car I've got. But everything on this, yeah, the interior will go in that other one. I don't know. I don't even care, to be honest. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. I don't give a shit. It's all good. Righto, guys. I'm going to go home, and if I hurry, I might be able to see young Mia before she goes to bed. And I will start editing soon in my little room. I did start telling you about Chris, our editor friend. Yeah, on the Wednesday Night Parts Finder live stuff, he said he'd be able to control things to switch from screen to screen. And I'm hoping to get you guys... Who just came in then on the camera? That was up the road. Yeah, I'm hoping to get you guys a little bit more involved with a few of your builds, perhaps. And we'll get back in the swing of doing that weekly and watching progress. And then, at least everyone can hassle other people about not finishing projects, because I'm absolutely positive that there is heaps of you guys out there with projects that are sitting around not finished, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you guys are anything like me, you cannot sleep at night unless you've got 3 or 4 projects sitting there chilling. All right, guys. Thank you very much again for watching. The support, we do appreciate it. Young Jake went over to Fraser Island this weekend in a Vitara that we gave him. Did you guys see that the other day with the diff oil? We didn't do a video, did we? We're going to. Yeah, so it looked pretty cool over there. I have noticed too, I was going through the YouTube analytics the other day. If you haven't liked, just press that like button, wherever it is. Yeah, and the Subaru Brumby stuff for some reason is very, very popular. So I don't know, too many projects and not enough time. I might go through and get one of those Brumbies together with the lift kits. We might go to Fraser Island. So if any of you guys are in Queensland, how is Melbourne, guys? Who's on from Melbourne? Like, what's going on down there? My truck is here, and Toking, mine are 300s, not 400s. Did you end up buying a truck, Toking? People are actually stupid money for classic cars now. Yeah, that's it, eh? But they're not making them anymore. G'day, Daniel. How's Tassie? No, you don't have any Corona down there, do you, buddy? Dodd. G'day, Justin. How are you, mate? Thank you very much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it, eh? See you later. Right, see you later, Bush Mechanics. Daniel, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. Legend. On your head. Catch you next time. Good on you fellas. See you go. It's good down in Geelong. It's sweet. A 400. Sweet. 07. So a year newer than mine. That's good. Lift kit a Forester. Yeah, I don't mind that. I just don't have one to do. That's all. It's quiet. It's a quiet night due to restrictions. I don't follow, I don't know about you guys, but I don't follow US politics too much, but this election over there with Trump is absolutely crazy. Like, I just laugh my ass off. The riots, the way that they fight between each other. I'm actually loving US politics right now with the videos on YouTube and just the craziness of it all. Like, it's the best TV show around. Like, it is absolutely insane. Like, I'm not into politics or any of that crap, but it's just utter madness. And some of the crazy stuff that you can't even fathom how they get through the day with some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth, eh? No corona in Tassie. That's good, mate. That's awesome. For now, well, have you got a plan? Have you, buddy? You got a plan to import some, maybe sell it on the side? Yeah, free corona. All right, dudes. All right, I'm going to go and go see this little girl, see if I can catch her before she goes to bed. And we are going to get this thing going and drive the Jag. So you guys could probably come with us when we do that. I've got a plan that the brake fluid reservoir is actually all perished, but I think I can use a Commodore power steering reservoir and step the hoses down enough to run the brake fluid through just to get enough brakes to be able to drive it. So doesn't sound dangerous at all, does it? All right, guys. See you.